Devin, walk us through that play where you were being sacked and then threw it to Ray for a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, just trying to make the best out of the play. Definitely, it was really great to have someone like Ray that, anytime you could kind of just dump the ball off to him and a check down, he could go potentially take it to the house. So, I was just trying to make the most out of the play. Ray did a great job, and, I mean, hats off to him for sure.
Devin, was that just a shot to the ribs, not the wind out of you? What happened there?
Yeah, I just got the wind knocked out of me. Kind of exposed myself a little bit too much, got the wind knocked out of me, and I'm perfectly fine now.
Devin, I mean, you guys scored 35 points on 49 plays, but neither Mark nor Liam seemed very happy.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the way the offense played?
Yeah, I mean, you just see a lot of it on the film. We just shoot ourselves in the foot a lot, whether it's, penalties, missed assignment, execution, and, we walk away from the game, obviously we're very thankful and happy to be 3-0, but at the same time, there's so much more we could do, especially as an offense, and we pride ourselves on that. So definitely a little bit of a, bitter taste in our mouth walking away because we left so many different plays out there, but there's so much room for improvement for this team.
Is that an attention to detail thing?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's attention to detail. I think it's, making sure we understand our assignment and really just not doing too much. Just at the end of the day, doing your job, doing what you're coached to do. And it really starts with me. I think I need to do a lot better operating this offense and just at the end of the day, making sure that we practice right, making sure that we're practicing every single rep, every single day like it's a game. So we're definitely going to learn from this film, walk away, and be a better team because of it.
What does it say about your group's ceiling, your potential, though, that you're making these mistakes but still putting up quite a bit of yards and points?
Yeah, I think it says a lot, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter until we fix it. We can walk away happy from a game, but if you're going to leave points on the board, eventually, that could catch up to you in the long run. So, it's our job now. Like I said, it's good to be 3-0 with these issues or these problems, but they're fixable. It's stuff that, self-inflicted problems that, keep reoccurring that we have to take off of film and just get better at.
Devin, in practices, is it clean, or are there mistakes like we see in the games?
Yeah, I mean, it's practice at the end of the day. So there's definitely going to be mistakes, and honestly, I will say we've been practicing really well. We've been practicing really hard. Guys come out there with good intention, but it's just making sure that carries over to the game as well. Not getting too high, not getting too low, and like I said, at the end of the day, just falling back on your training, falling back on what your coach is doing, what we do in practice. So I just think kind of having that refreshed mindset, making sure that, we just go 1-0 each and every play will definitely help us.
The tight ends got a lot more involved this week. Was that intentional, or was that just something the defense was giving you?
Kind of just flow the game, honestly. I mean, those guys, that whole room is very talented. We know that we need to, use those guys to the best of their ability. That's going to help our offense. And, yeah, I mean, it was great to see Jordan Dingle catch the ball. Great to see Josh Caddis out there, Isaiah Cummings, even Brennan Bates doing some good things for us out there. But, all those guys, each and every week, they're ready for whenever their number is called. And, it was good to see them make plays today.
Devin, you guys, there's a couple of guys in that wide receiver room seem to be struggling. And Coach Cohen talked about detail. As the leader of that offense, what can you do to kind of help those guys get back on track and make sure that as you go into conference play, those connections start happening?
Yeah, I think, first it starts with the film study for sure. I think guys have to be in here tomorrow, whether it's tomorrow or Monday, and understanding what we need to take off of film, what we can't keep putting on the film, or the same mistakes can't keep reoccurring. And I think it all just starts, just doing something different every single day. You can't just complain about something or expect something to get better without doing anything. I think as an offense, we have to take a whole and take it upon ourselves to make sure that we're doing extra things, making sure whether that's extra routes after practice, extra concepts, extra film, just something that we can do to all be better.
One of your strengths is keeping plays alive. How difficult, what's the secret to when guys grabbing at your feet, landing at their feet, to not panic and still be able to find a receiver downfield?
Yeah, I think, the biggest thing that I always just try to do is just see through the rush. Whether I'm dropping in a regular drop back or there is, a certain type of pressure coming in, making sure I'm still seeing through the rush down the field of my receivers. Because the minute, you look at the rush or you look at what's in front of you, you kind of, screw yourself over a little bit because all your targets are down the field. So I just try to, see through the rush, continue to, live every play to the fullest ability that I can. and just really just giving my all every single play.
You hadn't played in a game since I think you got hurt October 8th last year.
Yes, sir.
How close are you to being where you want to be right now?
Yeah, I mean,
From a physical, technique, all that stuff. How far away are you from being from where you want to be right now?
yeah, I mean, physically, I feel great. I feel 100%. Throwing the ball, I feel back to normal and everything. It's good to get game reps now being, game 3 since October of last year. And, at times there's certain throws where, like the seam route I threw to Tavion today, that's how I want to play football. That's how I want to approach every single snap, making sure I give our guys an opportunity. And I just think it comes with game reps at the end of the day. I think each and every week, as long as I, prepare and practice and treat practice like every day is a game, I will continue to just get into that flow state of playing football and just doing what I do best. So just think it comes with time, but I definitely feel 100% right now.
You say you're your own worst critic.
Yeah.
At what point does that become detrimental? I want you to say something good about yourself.
Yeah. I mean, my parents have always raised me that you should never get too high, never get too low, and never really be satisfied because somewhere out there someone is working harder than you. And, I always had that mindset. That's always something that I want to bring to this team, to this offense, that, yeah, we're walking away from this game 3-0, but you turn on the film, there's so much more of what we can do. There's so many mistakes that if we overcome and just, like I said, don't shoot ourselves in the foot, how much better can we feel walking off the field? And when we do feel better, there's still room for improvement. And I just think that's the constant, mentality I want to take on of, every single day, just making sure that never be satisfied.
Other than saying my bad, is there anything that Jagger was feeling like was going wrong on those high snaps or anything?
No, I can't really say anything specifically. I mean, it happens. It's football, but, we want to correct it to where it doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, Jagger's tough on himself. He was on the sideline making sure that, he was going to bounce back, which we did.
Yeah.
So I just think it's something that, it's going to happen as much as we don't want it to, but it's the response, all that matters, If something bad happens, how are you going to respond the next play? And I think he did a good job of that.
And do you feel like that's common on the sidelines when you have these mistakes, that you guys are bouncing back pretty quickly and, responding well and positively?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you definitely see, whether it's early into the game or later in the game, if there is a mistake, guys are picking each other up. But I think we also can do a better job at that as well, making sure that nothing is kind of like a, effect that's going to continue to just roll and roll. But I do think, our team, and especially offensively, we do a good job of making sure we go 1-0, making sure that if there is something that we did wrong or something that we saw on the field, we're able to come to the sideline and communicate with our coaches. But I think it's up to the leaders to continue to elevate that, continue to, go 1-0 each and every play. And if there is a mistake, it's on us as leaders to make sure that we respond the right way.
So, Devin, 8 straight SEC games now.
Yep.
Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
It feels good to play here in Kentucky. I love this school. I love playing for this team, and we're headed right into SEC play, which is something that we all have to be ready for at the end of the day. There's a ton of transfers, a bunch of new guys on this team, and we knew why we transferred here. We knew what was to come, and here it is now. It's time for us to get prepared for Vanderbilt, and I'm really excited for this stretch.
Is there any chance y'all can flip the switch and just turn off these mistakes? Now that competition?
That's the goal. That's the goal. I wish we could just flip a switch and it just goes. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to practice. It's going to come down to holding each other accountable. I think the biggest thing is getting in the film room, making sure that we understand the mistakes that are being made that can't keep happening. And like I said, it starts with me. It starts with me as the quarterback and a leader of this team to, make sure that I can be a lot better, making sure that I'm operating the offense the way it's supposed to be ran. And, it'll come. It'll definitely come. I got 100% confidence and 100% faith in this team. But it's up to us to put the work in.
Devin, I'm sure you already asked this, but just how scary was the hit that you took there? That was your last snap again.
It wasn't scary. I mean, it was just
looked worse than it was.
Yeah, it was a football hit. I mean, I kind of exposed myself trying to throw the ball, got the wind knocked out of me, but nothing scary. Mr.
So,
Davis.
who do you think breaks better tackles, Ray Davis or Devin Leary?
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the answer.
I'm gonna have to go with myself now.
Devin, Ray told us that when you all first got here, you sat in his car and basically planned out plays like that touchdown today.
Yeah.
What do you remember about that conversation?
Yeah, I just remember, you know, when we first got here, we were just talking ball, just talking what he's used to, what I'm used to, and you know, I remember early when we first got here, he's always said that in protection, he's always going to be an outlet for me. He's always going to be there, and it's pretty funny turning on the film. You see him throwing his hands up anytime I'm in trouble. But I mean, he's a guy that, I mean, he does what he's supposed to do, and plays like that are made because of, you know, the way that he approaches the game. And it was a conversation we had when we first got here, and it's pretty cool to see it on film now.
When you're running for your life, scrambling out of that, do you instinctively know Ray's out there somewhere?
I mean, depending on the concept, depending on the play, like I said earlier, I always want to see through the rush. And if there is some type of, you know, pressure or something off schedule, I immediately think, you know, check down to throw the ball away or try to run to get back to the line of scrimmage. And having someone like him always in the right spot or just being a good outlet for me, I mean, it can cause big plays like what happened today.
Devin, you might already announce this, but how are you feeling after that fourth quarter?
I mean, physically I feel great. I feel fine. I think as a team and the moral of, you know, our offense as a whole, we can be a lot better. I think there's definitely mistakes that we can't keep having occur. But like I said, it starts with me. I need to be a lot better myself. I need to operate this offense a lot better. And, you know, we just got to take the mistakes off of film.
And how are you feeling after that hit when you left the game? How are you feeling? Do you feel physically all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm perfect.